You see, this Satanic worship is one very important issue. Jehovah supported International Society. They have brought up this issue several times in 2022, 23, and 25 this year. 24, they did not approach me because of the fact that I advised them to go to all the legislators and highlight this issue to exactly what is happening in the state. Because now Nagas, as a Christian, were better known as Nagaland for Christ. Under the guise and under the banner of Nagaland for Christ, this Satanic worship has been encouraged, and it's spreading like wildfire at the moment. So after much thought, they had addressed a letter to the Chief Minister, which I in person took it to the Chief Minister for discussion in the House. The Chief Minister referred it to the Honorable Speaker, and we decided that we'll not have a proper discussion, but they'll give me some time to just highlight this issue. However, the Joint Christian Forum, Nagaland Christian Joint Forum, on 31st night, the President, Reverend Dr. N. Papino, called me up in person, congratulating me for taking up this whole issue in the Assembly, stating that we are proud of you. We are thankful to the Assembly Speaker for taking up this issue. And so I said, okay, well and good. But he said, in regard to this, we'd also like to write a letter to the Honorable Speaker and condemn this Satanic worship. So they gave me a letter. They issued a letter addressed to the Speaker, to the Chief Ministers, to 2 Deputy Chief Ministers, and to me.
So is it only based from a Christian's perspective, or how are you determining that it's Satanic worship?
You see, the behavior itself, we can identify that this is a Satanic worship. Well, to identify may be a problem, but that we should leave it to the churches. It is the church's duty. But it is the government's duty to highlight that such things are going on, such practices are going on, and this is not the right thing. Because we are Christians, we are living in a state called Nagaland for Christ. And we are also considered as the chosen people of God next to the Israelites. So I feel that as leaders, we need to disseminate information. We need to teach our subjects and our people what is right, what is wrong. So all their characters, I'll highlight some characters of this cult. You see, murder, stealing, lies, rape, sexual immorality, drug abuse, human sacrifices. These are the cults they practice. So don't you think this is satanic? Are they included in the Christian principles? No. So this is my school of thought. This is purely my personal opinion.
So how did you end up with the personal opinion? Like, is it just on the behest of that letter which has come to you?
No. I have thought for a very long time.
Have you found anybody indulging in that?
Yes, we have seen. It didn't come out in YouTube. You didn't see it. 666. If you want to know the detail, you better go and meet this Jehovah Sabbath International Ministry. They have got all the details. Jehovah Sabbath International Ministries. This is a group of people trying to monitor this and try to prevent such activities. So they will give you the details of actually what is really happening. The worst affected areas are Dimapur, Kohima, Kipiri, and Wokan Mokokchung.
So, sir, in Nagaland, every person is a member of one church or the other.
Yeah.
So, if the churches preach enough, will it not be possible to stop such practices? Why does the church need the help of the government to do this?
No,
Will it not be like
this should
another-
be a collective effort because, for any church to do this such things, to identify, bring them, and spell the devil out, I think to catch one person, to hold on to one person, they need around 4 or 5 persons. So they need some effort. They need some incentives also. NLTP Act is totally a different thing, and this satanic worship is totally a different thing. You read the Bible. The Bible does not tell you not to drink, but the Bible tells you not to get drunk. Means this is not good, isn't it? I have gone through the Bible. I have never seen where it is written one should not drink. But it tells us that morally, when you get drunk, it's not good. That means you should drink to your limits. You should not drink to get intoxicated. Today's press statement, which came out, totally shocked me. Because while going through the letter, it was some sort of an encouragement also. And they were asking the government, requesting the government to ban it. But meanwhile, at the same time, they said this should not be put in discussion to make it more popular, isn't it? So see, there in the letter they have mentioned to the speaker, you are aware satanic worship is universally condemned across religions and cultures. As a predominant Christian state, Nagaland have always upheld values that reject such practices. We strongly believe that the satanic worship has no place in our society. That's what they wrote. And in the next paragraph, they continue to say, while the Indian Constitution guarantees freedom of religion, it does not extend to practices that are harmful or contrary to the public order. Okay, means this is a law and order problem as well. So they have also written universally rejected, number one. But the number two, where the press court, the eye of the press court was focused on was risk of unnecessary promotion. They thought that discussing in the House will give a risk for unnecessary promotion of satanic worship. But you see, if they want us to ban this satanic worship, if they want the government to take some action without discussion, how can we formulate an action, isn't it? So I thought it was necessary to discuss, and after looking at the morning paper, I was more motivated to explain things, clarify things. However, the wisdom of the Honorable Speaker and the Chief Minister has requested me that at least the Assembly needs to do more further investigation, more research on this, and bring out the topic at the right appropriate time. So I thought, well, that's well and good. I think that will be more appropriate. And so therefore, on the request of the Honorable Speaker, I had to withdraw it. However, one point of contention is, you see, Hindu states like Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Rajasthan, Odisha, and Assam, a total of 8 states have passed their own state ordinance. These are state-level legislations only. So why I was thinking, when a Hindu state like that, banning satanic worship, when they can make their own state legislation, and when they can pass an ordinance, why not a Christian state like us? That is what I was thinking. Because this satanic worship, their cult is murder, then they worship in nakedness, they lie, they rob, they murder. All the prohibited actions they take up. And they worship in naked. So these are not Christian ethics. So I think the need of the hour is, as requested by the Speaker, Honorable Speaker, and the Chief Minister, we need to do a little bit more research on this, more study on this, and at the right time bring out for discussion and pass an ordinance or law banning such things.